Manifesting generator has a really hard time because they truly can act as manifestors. They can. And what amazes me in terms of manifesting generators, I thought I'm fast. I thought it's me who has this incredible speed. Manifesting generator is the most amazing slave. It will keep on going when everybody is dead. They keep on worshiping the dead master. Be with him. I don't want to be cruel with them because my best friends are manifesting generators. But what to do? In order for the generator to have the response dilemma, they have to make a big step. For a manifesting generator to think that they are a generator is a big step. Because manifesting generators don't think they are generators. They don't like generators. Manifesting generator doesn't understand a simple thing. If you are hiring a pure generator and a manifesting generator thinks they will be very quick to acquire this. He's in a rush. And when the boss is firing the generator, he realizes in some time that manifesting generator was so quick because it was missing certain things, a lot of things in between. They just look very fast. They seem fast, but if you look what is truly happening, you'll see they are missing the steps. If you want manifesting generator to go crazy, all you need to tell them is, sorry, you missed the step here, you need to go back there and do this. Boy, they are going to be mad. No, I will not go back, I will not do this, I didn't miss anything, I don't want to do it, I didn't know how to do it. Manifesting generator doesn't want to be a generator. You tell them, manifesting generator, you have to wait. And he goes, why do I have to wait? I can do it all by myself. Yes, we know that you can. For them, it is very difficult to do all this because the whole world is brought up on manifestors propaganda. Manifesting generators are full of this. And of course, as soon as you are non-self and your mind answers for everything, it makes you do these things. There are many different types of manifesting generators. In order to understand them, you've got to understand this archetype. There is only one true manifesting generator, and it is the manifesting generator with a channel of charisma, the channel of being busy 2034. This is a true manifesting generator. It is the only direct connection between the sacral and the throat. The rest of manifesting generators are generators with manifesting potential. But the only honest manifesting generator is the charisma, and it is easy to understand from this point of view. The only thing which is important for them is to be constantly busy. Then they can survive in this lifetime. That's what they're worried about. And they are really impressive from the outside. It always seems that they are doing something, no matter what they do. Maybe it's nothing good for them, or nothing good for others, or maybe it's not needed in general. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is they look good. If you see it at 2034, you will truly understand how integration circuitry works. Without gate 57 and gate 10, they don't have intuition in order to know themselves, and that's why they are busy with whatever that is, for everyone, with everything. They have nothing to do really. I mean, if there is nothing to do, they will come up with something, whatever that is. If in the middle of the day they realize they have nothing to do, their mind will start immediately. Oh God, I will do whatever it takes, whatever you tell me. Busy, busy, busy. And of course, we like busy people. They are doing all sorts of work which we would never do ourselves. They are running around and feel productive. And this is abusing the energy. All you need to do to understand the sacral center is that you are not running around it doing whatever. The funniest thing for a generator is relationships, because in the long run, you are giving your energy to people with this embracing aura, but maybe you didn't enter this relationship in the right way because your sacral didn't respond to this and didn't give you its permission. You are a manifesting generator and you say, this is what I like, I want this. And you are doing everything to get this. You're always busy. And this is very impressive from the outside. You are busy in order to receive this big attention from this person. Busy, busy, busy. And then these are empty relationships. So empty that you can't even imagine. And when you get free, you think, oh my God, this is so good. What a freedom. Manifesting generator is simply busy. He is busy with things that are not correct. And he not only gets frustrated, but also gets angry. And that is not a very pleasant vibration. And then they are becoming busy with working on their anger. Work through their frustration. You all, don't disturb me now. I'm busy with working on my anger. They don't understand this. They don't understand that they are so busy with the energy, which is so perfect, they're constantly throwing it away. And a lot of times, because of that, they are not respecting this energy, not valuing it. If you are not operating correctly, not valuing yourself, not loving yourself, you can't stand in your own authority. And then any relationship that you enter is not correct for you. It doesn't matter whether you are able to rationalize this relationship for yourself, what reasons your mind find, what conditions, it doesn't matter. This knowledge is connected with the value, differentiation. We all have this ability to differentiate what is correct for us so that we don't waste our energy in vain, so that we don't waste our life. Why should we waste this amazing trip? Only in order for you to take your energy and use it on something it doesn't belong to? And then you are disappointed with what had happened. I usually tell this story. There is a sheriff and a bandit. The sheriff is a generator. Everyone is afraid of the bandit, which is going to come. He came into town, and the sheriff is just sitting there, and people are walking up to him and saying, look, there is this bandit. The sheriff is not doing anything, and people say, hey, this is not cool. This is your job. You need to do something. And you are completely useless. But the generator has this power only when he can respond. Only then he will see this. Nobody respects the sheriff. It seems everyone dropped him. And when this gangster comes, he challenges the sheriff, and the sheriff responds. Look at those movies. The bad guy always takes out his pistol first, but the sheriff kills him. And then everyone thinks that sheriff knew something from somewhere. Everyone wants the sheriff to be another manifester. When there, caught the bandit and killed him. Manifesting generator, more than any other generator, has to understand what kind of power he has, and that they can use it only out of response. And they don't understand this. This is a huge challenge for a manifesting generator, to surrender and try not to control their life, because they are afraid. We are afraid to lose what we already have. This is not of any value, but we are still afraid. There are enemies which you know, and there are enemies which you don't know. We are afraid. Not everyone in life is ready to risk everything that they have. It takes courage to refuse. Manifesting generator is deeply consumed by this business of theirs. There are so many things they can do, so many things. To stop doing this and see if this is specifically correct, very correct. This is a discovery of what you are. You don't know what you are, generator, until your sacral center won't identify you. It makes you what you are. It opens up all the possibilities for you, which are you. You've got to understand something about any strategy in human design, what it does to you from the point of your body. In this body, there is a cognitive potential which will rule your true intelligence as well. And it has to move this form on this plane, and it is moving to its true purpose. And your true purpose is not something that you need to chase. You don't even need to know what it is. You just need to understand. Many think that If they know the name of their incarnation cross, they know the name of their purpose. When you are ready to understand what it means, you already become it, because that's what the purpose is all about. This is becoming aware of what you are, and not becoming aware of what you are not. But to surrender and give away this non-self, to take away the power that has a hold of you in this box, is like to take away a pacifier from a child. If you let your mind give birth to different ideas that might be useful for you, then, your mind is an expression of the conditioning results, nothing else. Because of the fact that your mind is expressing different things to others, it knows nothing about you. It expresses everything that others say. Each person's mind, which is true and goes through this process, knows itself. Manifesting generators come across a big dilemma. The fact that they have this extraordinary power and that their way of using the energy is different from pure generators. A pure generator should go to sleep when they are exhausted, and manifesting generator should go to bed before they are exhausted. Only then they can sleep properly and have rest. Then they are moving their energy in order to complete their day before they fall asleep, and then they will wake up with fresh power. If you don't use your power as a generator, you won't be able to rejuvenate and recharge during your sleep. You will have problems with your kidneys, you'll have problems with your sleepiness throughout the day, etc., etc. This brings up to the basics of what it means to be a generator. You have a source of energy, and if you don't use it correctly, you will suffer. All these sufferings manifest in all kinds of ways, and it will enthrall you because you might be busy and ignore your non-self. You are enthralled in your business and you might get away, refuse, or you won't notice these problems. But ultimately, there is no way to completely avoid it. If you are a generator and you are not correct in this life, it will always carry emptiness for you. I know this for a fact. It is not something you can overcome. It's all simple. Take responsibility to make decisions through response. If there is no one who can ask you, it's about sacral session, then you shouldn't make any decision. You should understand this. Decision is something that your mind can't decide. No, your mind can't decide, I'm sorry. It will always take you away from your lives. And I know how it sounds. We have to wait until we are asked, But you have to understand, you can't be half pregnant. You are either waiting or not. You can't wait sometimes. It is connected with geometry, fractal lines, movement in the space and time. If you are correct, you will be dealing with such powers which are correct for you. I went to the US once, state of Wyoming. It was one of these incredible places like Siberia. I lived in the house of a generator, and she obviously was interested in human design and was happy for me to stay over there. All this time she was trying to have conversations with me. Every morning I would wake up, come out into the main room, and she was there always starting a conversation. I was ignoring her, and it's been like this for 2 days. She started to get worried that I'm ignoring her, this young, bright, interesting woman. She started to get angry, telling people that it was a terrible mistake to let me stay over at her place, that I'm a very terrible, rude person not responding to her. And during the last day of my stay, I woke up, came out of my room, and see her sitting there, cold as stone, with frosty eyes, looking away. And I'm using my sweet manifestor's tone saying, "Good morning." She got so angry. I told her, "I'm not replying to you when you start the conversation. It doesn't work like this. I am a manifestor. If you are talking to me and I don't want to talk, I won't pay any attention to you. What difference does it make if you have anything to say or not? It will be a lie anyway, and it will be filled with nonsense. If I want to talk to you, I'll say, 'Hi, how are you today?' And then you can tell me everything you don't like. But believe me, I will respond to that. For a generator to understand what it means if you are making a decision from responding, it is true, honest, real. But generators are so dependent on others in their lives. Then you can't get rid of fear. You are living with this fear. It is in the aura. Any generator will go somewhere with other people. Imagine you are sitting at some table in the cafe and it's an experiment. Don't say anything. Just look and see what will happen. Manifesting generator will be noticed immediately because you have this embracing aura. And they will tell you something. They will call you. They will take you somewhere. You have to let them. And then you will see who is for you and who is not. You will see that if they don't ask you, they are not for you. They will never be for you. They will never see you. They will never respect you. They will never be worried about you. They will use you as a slave all their life until they can. Because the only reason you will be in this relationship is because your mind said that this is normal. But your mind doesn't sleep with other people. It doesn't know what it gets engaged with. It has no clue. It will try to do anything, come up with reasons. It doesn't care about you. It doesn't. The only thing you can trust in this life is the gut response. It will never lie to you. It will never make a mistake, never. And it doesn't mean that your life will be beds of roses, However, whatever you will face, you will be able to deal with it because you entered that experience in the right way. May it be relationships, work, this or that, it doesn't matter. It takes courage to make the world come to your door because this is what it's like to be a generator. You require respect. You are receiving it. You will receive it. It will come to you. It might surprise you, but it's also okay. It's not always what you think. Mind gets captured by its conditioning. It has all these ideas, thoughts about how this should be and that should be. Your body and your sacral center, they are the only ones that will tell you what is correct for you. And only when you are living from your gut response, you will feel this satisfaction. It is so good to be this person with power. How pure this energy can be, how amazing it feels to start your every day with it. This is the magic of a generator. And this motor, it is the controlling mechanism of all your life. The rest of the things are madness. As I already told you, this is the knowledge for approximately 30 million people. And a big majority of them are manifesting generators. I've witnessed this, and it is not something impossible, unproven. It is only connected to you in aloneness. Nobody can do this for you, and that's it. You have to understand this. To be abnormal is sometimes quite difficult socially because you might be uncomfortable since you'll be operating not like other people. They will feel discomfort because you will be operating from your truth, and they might not be agreeing with you. You have to not agree with them. You'll have to understand that as a generator, it is so easy to be entrapped and manipulated. Non-self of the generator is very open to it. But if you are standing in your response, nobody can, nor God, nor Goddess, nobody can push you towards a direction which is not right for you. It is the knowledge about your authority, and this authority has to be 100%. It's not connected with anything else, and I know how difficult it is to be in a relationship. Only when you are standing in your authority, you can embrace this life. You can embrace the other. Only then you will be meeting people in your life that you deserve. They are waiting for you. When I'm talking about generators, I can't leave behind the solar plexus. I am a very unemotional person. I have only one gate in the non-emotional system. I've lived a life when I climbed the height and came down, and I know what it means to intake the vibrational frequency. I like it, and at the same time, I hate it. I would make a decision to kill all the emotional people on the planet. I didn't know how to do it. That's why I got rid of this idea. Emotional system is what life is about, in what way we are perceiving it. For the sacral being, emotional center is always a drama, which you are witnessing in a movie. The movie is quite boring, to tell you the truth. When you are coming out of this drama and dilemma of this emotional system, you are uncovering a true law. There is no truth in the now. This is a great law. There is no truth in the now. Half of the world's population is emotional. This is not a planet where all people can be just here and now and make decisions. There is no truth in the now. It means that it is impossible to make any decision, to become committed or something, enter into something. If you are an emotional generator and you are waiting for Prince on the white horse, you keep on waiting because that's the path for a generator. And here comes the Prince. It works. But if you are an emotional person and there is no truth in the moment, this Prince might be a frog. Very often the prince turns out to be frogs, and it might be the opposite. The frog might turn into a prince, like in a fairy tale. If you are an emotional person, then you can't see the difference whether it is a prince or it is a frog. In the evening, it looks like a prince, and then you wake up in the morning and it is a frog. Then you really have a problem because you don't want to be with frog, and this is an emotional being. It is so easy to live with an open self-center. I wouldn't want that. But again, you know that every center has its problems. But to be an emotional person for me is so unbelievable because I'm looking at them from the other side and I'm a spleen person. It means that I'm really cold because I know only what I know in the moment. I'm quite stupid, you can say so. My spleen is defined and I can see only in the moment. And as soon as my spleen tells me something, it means this relationship is over. And if I don't listen to it, it's not like I really talk to it. It's impossible. Then it's too late. I can't tell my spleen what it was all about. In a sense, I'm quite ignorant. When people ask me why I do this or that, very often I don't know why. And then you have this emotional person. They are so different from me. It's incredible. They have this wave, and along that wave, they see things from different points of view. I remember we had this amazing, strange friend when I was teaching human design to the emotionals and non-emotionals. He came up to me and I said, "You don't understand." And he says, "No, I don't." Yesterday he was understanding everything. It was here in the moment. He was seeing it. And the next morning he wakes up and sees everything differently. And everything which was clear to him is not clear anymore. And he doesn't know where it is coming from. He wakes up in that specific place of the wave, and that's it. There is no truth in the moment. It's moving. But emotional people, they are also ignorant, just like the rest. And if they give their wave a chance, time, oh, this has to do with time so much. The great dilemma of an emotional generator is that he thinks he's going to miss something if he doesn't respond immediately. And more, to be an emotional person means to understand that your first response always says, "I don't know anything." The first response is wait. And of course, this is very different for generators. They have such a hard time to accept their response, and in order for an emotional generator to accept that, anyone who comes to you in the moment when you are in the positive or negative response, and that response doesn't mean anything, nothing. And if you will make a decision and start acting from the nothing, then you have a problem because there is no completion, there is no truth. There is no satisfaction in this. You don't have the whole picture. That's why this person says, I'd like this and that and that. Would you like to do this? Not really. But it is still not the answer. The answer is, I will tell you later. The answer is, go away right now, leave my aura, I will work through this and turn to you later. And this is really hard for people. It is when your response is yes. Yes, I think you are a prince, and you keep on waiting to see whether the prince will turn into a frog or not. And maybe it will turn into a frog, maybe not. We will survive if it is a frog. If from time to time it will turn into a prince, then it's okay. But if you take this person, feel, analyze them internally, because if you are an emotional being, then everything is connected with feelings for you. Your truth, your authority are feelings, and no feeling in the moment can be the same. It is only one example of one such moment. Emotional people are here to feel samples of all people. It's like you are drinking good wine, sip by sip, tasting it. And little by little, you are taking this person into your aura, and then you will know on a deep level. I don't know anyone really. I don't. I have a closed aura. I am a manifester with a defined spleen. If someone is walking in front of me, only then I can say whether I like the person or not. I don't know why I like this person, why I don't. I don't know whether I will like them for long. I have no idea. It just comes and goes in the moment. But if you are an emotional being, if you know me for quite some time and you don't love me, you know why you don't love me. Or I know why you don't love me. Or I know why you love me. You really know it because you went through the whole wave, tried all the samples, and then you got your clarity. You don't have the truth ever. Emotional people never have the 100% truth. Maybe 99.9. If you're lucky, usually for 70-80%, it is just clarity, emotional clarity. Emotional system is here to rule us on the material plane, to make decisions for us. That's what life is about. An emotional blindness is an incredible thing. Our world is suffering very deeply from emotional people which are making decisions in the moment, here and now, as if there is any truth in their here and now, as if this is a yes, which they say on the top of their love and friendship. This is only one example of this point of view in the moment, nothing else. And you see, if you wait, there is such wisdom in the emotional depth which can be expressed. You can feel it. Emotional system is a very deep thing. It is very beautiful. I know such people. It is such a pleasure to be with these emotional people when you can trust. You know that if you are going into a relationship with a person which is attracted to you, being at some height of the wave, you will know how incorrect it is, how uncomfortable it is. I've had such partners, my mothers, sisters, wives. I've watched this movie and what it does. And ignoring and being ignorant towards this is such a beauty. It is truly deep. And again, just like the rest of it, this is something which is dwelling within each of us. And you have to find out and leave your mechanics. And if you are an emotional generator, then you are responding with time, which brings clarity to you. And don't think that you are going to miss something if you don't respond. You will get what's yours. You are not missing anything. You will get what is correct for you. Ultimately, when you will make a decision from this clarity, it will be correct for you. This will be your wisdom in this clarity. We all have to be dependent from this emotional world because this emotional world brings these extremes. It brings all the details of movement. Only emotional people have the potential to become real masters on that level, on that plane. and we need them to guide us with their clarity, which is not distorted. It's clear that non-self emotional generators are very deep distortion for our plane. They are not surrendering, trying to be spontaneous in the moment. That's why we have this world of rise and fall. The world of frustration and dissatisfaction, unaccomplished potential. This life force which we are holding on to. It would be nice to see how it is all going away, one person at a time. I know that there will be always enough people who will be attracted to this knowledge, and there will always be those who are ready to make a jump. There will also be others, of course, and they will raise children, grandkids. This is what this is all about, to give this person a right. It's his right, and if you don't use this opportunity, then what to do? Nothing. And it has nothing to do with beliefs. It never did. It is only about the mechanics. Emotional generator needs a lot of courage to begin this journey. It will not be easy for you. So the wisdom which comes from patience, differentiation which you find in your life, satisfaction which you can receive from all that, and leave behind that burden of frustration. And whatever you can share with all people, you will be embracing people with such aura which will be healthy, which will be operating correctly. And this is what changes the world as we understand it. And with understanding the emotional system, those who are outside this aura will receive this beauty, this pleasure, this dynamic, this development. But only one by one person at a time.